Hello there everybody, how is the day, and welcome back to another video on the Spencer Does Life YouTube channel, where today we are going to be doing a few things on Pokemon Go. Number one, I'm going to be revealing the IVs, the CP, and just overall my Master League team. Number two, I'm going to be evolving some Pokemon and showing their IVs. And number three, I'm going to test out my Master League team against all three of the Pokemon teams in Pokemon Go. Spark, and whatever they're called. Let's do it. So, if we're going to can evolve, these are the ones I can evolve, and we're going to start off with this one, my shiny Croagunk. If we see here, it is pretty terrible in the IV department, but I am still going to evolve it because, well, it's a shiny. Here we go. And now Croagunk has evolved into a shiny Toxicroak. And it is a shiny, so it's pretty nice in my opinion. Better than the original. Now we're also going to be evolving this Froakie. Now if we go to appraising, this thing is almost perfect. Here, its attack, defense, and HP are all really high. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. So, let's evolve it. There we go. Froakie has evolved into Frogadier. Now, this Frogadier has almost perfect stats, so it could be useful when it evolves into a Greninja. Next, I'm going to do this Baltoy here. Now, this one I'm doing for the Pokedex, actually. As you can see, it has almost perfect IVs. And as you can see here, it's perfect for the Great League, so let's do it. I've been waiting for so long to evolve a Baltoy into a Claydol. And I have a Claydol. As you're about to see, here, it's been registered to the Pokedex. And next, we're going to be doing this specific Voltorb. Now, if I go to appraise it, it's, again, almost perfect. Similar to Froakie and Baltoy. And it will, unfortunately, it will not be viable for any leagues, really, because of its CP. I'll at least have nearly a perfect IV Pokemon. Let's do it. And there we go. My Hisuian Voltorb has evolved into a Hisuian Electrode. And a really strong one at that. Now, you may be thinking which one of these next. I could evolve this Poochyena, this Shadow one, because it does have near perfect IVs. But its CP is quite awful, so not yet. I'm probably going to wait until I get more candies and starters to power it up. You may think I could also do this Lillipup, which, no, it has terrible IVs. But I am going to evolve this Petalil. Now if we go to appraise it, it has okay stats. Its attack and the HP are really good, and its defense is terrible, but that doesn't stop me from evolving into a Lilligant. The only thing holding me back, really, for a while has been the Sunstone. As you're about to see, I will have a Lilligant. I think it's Lilligant or Lilligant, I don't know. I'm not sure how to pronounce this Pokemon's name, but whatever it's meant to be called, we have it now. Also, Cry sounds quite nice. Now I'm going to evolve this Oddish. While I don't particularly need it for the Pokedex, I do need Bellossom, and also this would be a really good Bellossom. So let's do it. And as you can see, my Oddish has evolved into Gloom. As you can see, it wouldn't be viable as a Vileplume, but if we can get a Sunstone and 100 candies, I can evolve it into a Bellossom. Now, there's one final one I want to evolve, and this is Piloswine. If we look at Piloswine, it has okay stats. Its HP is the best, attack is pretty good, and like Lilligant, its defense is absolutely awful. Let's do it. I'm also doing this for Pokedex, by the way. And I have way too many Sinnoh Stones, so I'll be able to get all the Sinnoh evolutions. And I'll probably do shorts and stuff on evolving Pokemon like this, because I don't tend to get to evolve Pokemon often, so when I do, I'll be sure to capture it on camera. At least I hope. And there we go. I now have a Mamoswine. I was about to say shiny Mamoswine, but that does not look shiny. Honestly, I've been wanting to get this Pokemon for way too long. So, yeah. I've got a Mamoswine. And that's all the Pokemon I wanted to evolve. Now I'm going to show the team I have in the Master League. First off is this 3,199 CP Dragonite that I caught in the wild literally yesterday. Unfortunately, I was in a car, so I couldn't capture that on camera, but honestly, this is way better than my old Dragonite, as it does have pretty bad IVs, all of its IVs being at least okay. It is still really good because of its CP. I've used it in battle, and I would use it in a battle if there wasn't a maximum amount of battles you could do in a day. Next up is my 2,942 CP Gyarados. I evolved it from a Magikarp, and it actually almost has perfect stats, being one of my best Pokemon. And my Machamp, you just saw its IVs accidentally, is arguably, in my opinion, my best Pokemon. And if we go into here, as you saw for a brief second, and also it was caught while I was on holiday, which is quite funny. But seriously though, this is my best Pokemon, which is why it's the only Pokemon I favorited, as you can see here. Now, as I said, I can't do any battles, because it says you've reached the maximum number of battles. However, I can still battle the Go team leaders. So I'm going to battle them all in the Master League with my team. So this is the lineup I do. I have Machamp at the front, Gyarados Safe Switch, and then Dragonite in the back. Although I don't really go on that kind of way, I just kind of do what I want. Raikou. Now, to be fair, Gyarados is a terrible choice for a team like this. Also, all of their levels are really high, so they all have a really big advantage. But this Raikou is around 4,000 CP, which is not great. And also, they block you in the Master League, which is also not great. And neither is that. So I'm going to block this one, and you'll see my strategy in a second. Now, my strategy to beat Pokemon like this. Now, you may think it's stupid to switch into Dragonite, but I've noticed that it isn't weak to Electric for some reason. So what I'm going to do is this, because I can. Now, Dragon Claw is going to be blocked. This does mean he is now out of shields. And as such, I can now start powering up my moves to deal a lot of damage. Now, Dragon Claw isn't very high in power. However, it's one of the only charge attacks that can power up pretty fast. However, this isn't good. Tyranitar will do a lot of damage because it's a rock type. Rock types will have the advantage as Dragon does not resist rock types. So I've just got to keep chipping down on it and hoping it doesn't do too much damage. However, it doesn't seem to be able to use rock type like attacks until it can actually like do a move. So another Dragon Claw will get super low. I will now switch into Gyarados, who for some reason is a chomping Gyarados, but you can see it cannot do much damage at all, and I can take down the Tyranitar. However, his last Pokemon is going to be a Zapdos, which is extremely strong, especially against this. However, it doesn't have any shields left, and I can now use Hydro Pump. Gyarados can use Hydro Pump, which means that it's going to do a lot of damage. However, I don't think Gyarados will be able to finish it off. Actually, wait, no. Well, never mind that. Somehow, I've managed to be an electric flying type with a water type. That just shows you the extent of how far I've gone to make my team perfect. Now, I will do a video as soon as I can about using this team on real players, but we are now going to battle Candela, the fire-type user. Oh. And her first Pokemon is going to be Entei, which is quite strong. However, it is weak to rock. So, if I do the same strategy I did last time and switch into Dragonite, I can use Dragonite's pretty fast charging Dragon Claw to easily just break down the shields bit by bit. Now, arguably a fast attack would be better for this, but fast attacks don't do nearly as much damage when you actually want to like properly attack. So I opt for charge attacks, so I do the most amount of damage I can. And as you can see, this next Dragon Claw, well, it is going to be blocked. You can see she's now lost all her shields once again and can no longer shield herself. So now, if I go for Dragon Claw now, I will be able to do some decent damage. And that is her last part of her Entei gone. Now, Salamence is a Dragon type. Dragonite is also a Dragon type, meaning that Dragon Claw will do a lot of damage, as it is Stab. I'm not sure if Stab exists in this game, but Salamence has been defeated, leaving just Moltres, which actually Dragonite could end up winning this whole battle. This just goes to the extent that IVs aren't always everything. I mean, as long as you have good moves and a pretty good CP, you should be fine. Like, I got a terrible IV Golem, and yeah, I still managed to wreck with it, so, well, there you go. And it seems I will be able to beat it here, and I ended up doing. That's the second time I've surprisingly beat a whole one with, like, what seems to be just, like, tiny little thing. Now, last one. Blanche, whatever you call her, we're battling her. And hopefully, just like the last ones, we're going to destroy her. Now, she uses Suicune, which in theory should be able to pretty easily bring down most of my team. But Dragonite resists water, which means that if it tries to go for a water type move, it won't even do that much. Unless it's Hydro Pump, then it doesn't, like, it just doesn't fail. Honestly, Hydro Pump's the only water type move that seems to do much of anything. However, I am still going to block, as she could still have... Yep, that was a good decision, because I didn't know what attack she had. She could have had, like you saw, Ice Beam. Now, I probably shouldn't be charging this up. But in battle, in a battle against an actual player, it is crucial to charge up your attacks, as you don't know whether they're going to shield or not. Now, if they do, then obviously you waste your attack. Well, not really. You see, the strategy is to have a fast attacking Pokemon, well, I am saying that while having charged attacks. But, you see, the more charged attacks you have, the more damage you do. The more fast attacks you have, the less chance that they're going to shield. So, if they do shield each time, then you can just waste away their shields, and then eventually just do big damage. Alright, now as you can see here, I do a lot of damage with Gyarados. However, its water-type move will not do a lot. So I need to make sure it's as weak as possible so that my water-type move can guarantee the KO. And I'm going to try, but I do often struggle with powering up my water-type moves. However, I have got an excellent here which will take out the Metagross. And here we go, last Pokemon, Articuno. Now, you will notice here that Articuno is incredibly powerful, and could be the only one that I could actually lose to. However, I am not going to block this, as if I save my shield from a champ, it could do big damage. However, as you see here, Ancient Power is going to take it out. However, the champ does know Rock Slide, which means that I could pretty easily use Rock Slide to do either massive damage or even KO. And as you can see here, I did. I KO'd. And I've won against every Pokemon Go gym leader. I've evolved some cool Pokemon for the Pokedex. And I've also got a bit for this badge. I'm not quite sure what it's for, but yeah. So, there we go. That is all on for Pokemon Go. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!